Hello there, Ringside Crew.
Hey dudes at Ringside Crew, this is Davian.
Hey, it's Jenny Santana here.
This is Elsie.
This is the Savage Juggernaut, Tamaku.
Inside Ring!
This is Thomas D. Bruff.
This is Billy Starks.
Mr. Chad Epic.
Megan Mason.
Hey everybody, Scotland's own Brody Adler.
The headliner in charge, Marco Mania.
This is your girl Charisma.
Papa Dink, Brendan Dicker.
This is According to Woods.
Savannah Summers.
I'm Shorty.
Tasman is sad.
You are watching
The internationally known
Dudes at Ringside podcast, hosted by Metal Geek and Joe the Panther Jr.
Happy Memorial Day, everybody.
And double nothing.
And double or nothing Sunday for the internationally known Dudes at Ringside podcast. I am your host, Joe the Panther the Third, and now from the top of Metal Mountain all the way down to all 50 states in the globe, it's a happy heel himself, the Metal Geek.
What's going on, Ringside Crew? What's going on, International Known? What's going on, everybody? What's going on, Joe? How's it going? Happy Double or Nothing Day. Happy Memorial Day, buddy.
More or less happy Memorial Day. Because that's all.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
So.
Got somebody.
Hey, Brian, what's up? How's it going, buddy?
Hey, Brian.
What's going on, dude? All right.
Welcome, Brian.
So let's give a warm. Wait, do we light up another flag, Joe?
Yes, gotta.
Raise the flag. Let's go.
Beautiful flag from the beautiful little island.
Let's give a warm Dudes at Ringside welcome to our guest, Nahir.
Hola, hola.
Did I get it right?
Yes, you did.
I got it. All right. You could have said. You could have corrected me. You could have corrected me.
Yeah, you come to Puerto Rico, she'll tell all the wrestlers, be like, don't talk to them. They can't even say last names right. Yeah. So, sorry, keep going.
No, you could just I'll just put you guys against my grandfather or something, and we'll be good to go.
Yeah. Joe can't even say the name. I mean, come on.
I tried my best. I get the star. You got to cut my star in half. I got a half.
Extra effort.
Yeah. So if our fans aren't familiar with you, introduce yourself.
Okay. So my name is Nahir Robles. Funny enough, my actual real name. It's kind of sad and funny at the same time. I am from the island of Enchantment, Puerto Rico. I've been active, funny enough, less than 6 months actually to this point. I was discovered during one of my wrestling practices in one of the funniest ways that I will tell you guys soon enough. And I am currently the interviewer, and I have my own show. Well, not mine, it's for the companies, but I am the face of the show, I guess. And I also do the meet and greets from Latin American Wrestling Entertainment.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Here you go.
So who trained you?
Who trains me? Or Who was my coach? So I go to Espiritu Pro Wrestling Dojo School in 2019, even though sadly we don't share the same values anymore since he is going his way and the company I work at, by the Scorpion, Mike Mendoza. So that's where I started.
Okay.
I get there because one of the photographers I knew back from modeling days, he knows I was a really huge wrestling fan, and then I post a picture of me in an event, and he's like, "Oh, would you be willing to train?" And I'm like, "Sure, let's go for it." And then I was supposed to arrive the first week of November, but I was on, funny enough, another modeling stuff in Florida. So I arrived on November 16, 2019 for my first practice ever. And then it was all great. Then COVID happened, but then we came back. And then here we are.
Yeah.
Cool. Where is there any other places you would want to wrestle or be announcer or commentary for in the world or in the States?
I would love to go to anywhere that's willing to have me at this point, because it's new experiences, whether it's in English or Spanish. Even though I'm used to like doing my stuff in Spanish, I think it'd be great to like put myself out of my comfort zone. And I know like English is is a universal language, so I know like Florida's like the epitome of like wrestling stuff. But I also would love to go to other areas that not only like states only, like Mexico, for example, or Canada. I think that anywhere they tell me, I love to go. I actually met these guys from Chile when I was training back in October last year, and the way they do wrestling there is kind of different to like here. So I'm also very interested in that and how like I know there's gonna be like cultural like clashes, but I think that's just gonna make it more interesting. So yeah.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna go through some of the comments right now.
Oh god.
Glad to finally catch one of your podcasts, guys.
It's the hour. This is the hour for everybody.
Yeah, definitely. We should do more 10 o'clock. Maybe next time we'll do some 12 o'clock ones, Joe. Maybe one.
We're gargoyles. That's the excuse. Even though we're supposed to be morning people.
And then we got love the headphones. I got some only the best ones. Wear them.
Yes.
Hi guys, and then she's the most beautiful ring announcer diva in Puerto Rico. So make sure you follow us, though, Joe.
You really want to do shows at 10 o'clock at night? Like it's a Sunday, sir. Grandpa Joe has to go to work the next day. Like,
well, I mean, Saturday works too, because usually people are either coming back from like a hangout or about to leave. So it's great.
But we always worry because that's what does Geek always call it? What do you call it, Geek?
That's money day right there.
That's money day for the wrestlers. So we don't know if they'll be like,
oh, that's true. You guys are absolutely true. Right about that.
Yeah.
Because like, what if I told my mom, Mama Panther today, like yesterday, she was like,
I love Mama Panther. Yeah, that this has to be a thing.
She's like, why don't you doing a show tonight? And I'm like, no. She's like, why don't you do a show on Saturday? And I said to her, Mom, that's the way the wrestlers do their shows. My dad's like, yeah, I don't think you
they do them on Saturday. That's why we never do shows on Saturday. You know?
And then we watched Stranger Things, so I was good.
I mean, you win with the whole Stranger Things. Like, it was a win-win for you guys to do it today. So
yeah, I got a chance to watch. Actually, we watched it late, so I got a chance to watch episode 2. So I was like,
I knew it. I
knew it. I'm still on episode 1, so there you go. Just finish.
Trust me, you need to watch this season. It's getting really good and really like it reminds me of an 80s horror movie. This one.
I like the season because
jacket does too.
Yes, that jacket though. You need to meet Sarah Bubbles. You need to meet Sarah Bubbles. You and Sarah Bubbles would be a great team.
I feel this season of Stranger Things is like each episode is like a movie because each episode is like almost an hour and a half.
Yep.
Found her.
Yep, Sarah Bubbles. Yep,
got her.
And it's funny when we had her on the podcast, I didn't know they used the song, and I was like, the 80s side of me said, you know the song. And I found the Sarah Bubbles, the Sarah song. That's Sarah. I'm gonna get copyright strike. That's Sarah. Sarah. In your eyes. Yep, it plays every day at Key Food. And I'm just like, I'm gonna use this song somehow this year. That's what I said. I said when it first came on. I said I'm gonna use this song somehow with the podcast. And then we got Sarah Bubbles, and bingo. So, well, with you being in Puerto Rico, like, what has the wrestling scene been like since we've been in a pandemic? Like, has it been a lot of shows now again? And
okay, so I think we all improvised in the sense, 2020, they were doing a lot of like pre-tapes. They kind of went like, like the big companies did as well. They were doing a lot of like pre-tape shows because there were a lot of restrictions. Because I don't know if it was like this to you guys, but here we had restrictions like almost bi-weekly. It was not even funny. So in order to meet that criteria, like wrestling shows were cut off indefinitely until or even like you have to like vaccines and like proof to like actually get to shows. it's been coming back like I'm just gonna say in Spanish, poco a poco, like little by little.
Yeah, yeah, I know that.
But yeah, by the end of 2021, it's been more easier for people to like go to events or like book events, etc.
Mm.
But
So
we had to adapt.
Oh, thanks. Where's the cat? The cat fell asleep, Joe.
Okay,
That
we're
means we
doing
just
it.
gotta follow. So there you go. All right.
I didn't see it on the screen yet, Geek.
I mean, well, the cat's sleeping. That's why it's 10 o'clock, Joe.
Yeah, late. So what are you gonna ask her, Geek? You said you were gonna say something.
Yeah. I was just about to ask, who are some of your dream opponents you would love to wrestle? And this could be anybody. It's like the forbidden door right now.
I mean, I'm just gonna call myself out on this, but I love Tony Storm, and you cannot like that's on the top of my list. Always has been. I think she's great. She has a great like wrestling style and persona. And I actually had the chance, even though it was so far, that I got to see her like because I like going to like wrestling shows like to you not only do you get to enjoy them, but also you get to learn. So I got to see her one of like the TV tapings they did back in the like first of May 1st actually. And I had the like I saw her and I was like not wonderstruck, it was just great to see like the chemistry between each characters. But the other one I think, and it's kind of like an unpopular opinion, but Natalia Neidhart, because of her history, and she's a real vet, like not like discouraging others, but she's a veteran, so it'd be great to like learn from someone like her.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Definitely. And I heard she's really sweet too. I heard Neidhart's really sweet, and with like the younger wrestlers, she embraces and puts them under her wing and stuff like that. That's what I hear about her. Like that's what I hear stories about her. So I could be wrong. I heard she's really cool. Like I also heard a lot of them are really good with the new up and comers. They don't just like, okay, I'll let you go on the ledge and just jump off. You're fine. You're a bird. You're a baby bird. You fly. Oh God! Like they don't let the rookies fly, jump off, and broke. So, Geekins, questions?
Yeah, no, I just did with the dream match.
Like, what kind of food do you like?
I'm Puerto Rican. I like everything with spice.
Mm-hmm.
But sadly, I stopped actually eating meat in 2017, so I actually punished myself. But I am a huge mofongo fan. I'll just eat it with fish instead of like carne frita. Mofongo's like literally our thing. It's tostones with mayo ketchup and food. I can't stop thinking about food now. What have you done?
Mm. Oh, that's
Since
a
you
thing.
have Puerto Rican like heritage, what would be like your favorite Puerto Rican food?
Oof, gosh, you're gonna laugh. There's so much good Puerto Rican food, but like, thing is like, my mom will make the white rice with the beans and have it like the river of beans. You know what I mean? Or she'll make the regular rice with rice and salchichas with the corn. The corn's in it.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, it's my dad. That's my dad's specialty. He'll like my mom will go away. Sometimes like my dad will make it so much that I go, oh, rice and salchichas again. I used to do that all the time when I lived on Long Island. All the time. Like, yeah. Geekins.
Go ahead, keep going, Joe.
Do you play video games by chance? Can you hear me?
I think he froze.
I'm here.
So anyway, what would you say? What would you say your favorite match is of all time? You'd say.
Oh no, I can't actually say just one. It's weird. I don't have a favorite, but if you ask me like a favorite type of match per se, I love intergender matches. And
Yeah.
I'm sad that for example, they're not doing in example WWE the intergender like tournament thing they used to do. I love that. I love that. Because it was a great way to see like people, work around each other even though they're different like gimmicks and other things.
Mm.
and it's fun. And I think China really, brought the, she set the path for that to happen. So, and since China was always one of my favorite of all time, kind of, hard to not mention intergender matches. For example, the one that she had with Jeff Jarrett for the title, that the housekeeping items.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, I remember that match.
So
I love that match just because they were like, because you remember it, because he hits her with the championship, and then they're like, oh, that's not a housekeeping match, and I think it's Jada King Lawler, and says, well, it is a household match if you're Jeff Jarrett, and then she hits, I don't know, actually hits him with something else. Yeah, he actually says that on commentary,
Mm.
and then she hits him with something, and then she wins the title for the first time.
Yeah, the IC title. That's that round IC title that everybody doesn't really know the IC title.
I was going to ask. I know you love intergender matches. Would you want to participate in an intergender match, or?
I do. So the thing is, since sadly there's not many girls in Puerto Rico, I practice. So the ratio where I practice is like 95% men and 5% female.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of used to it at this point.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, who's like the dream opponent that you love to face as a guy?
From here or like in general?
Yeah, it could be anybody. Forbidden Door, remember?
You just put me on the spot like that. It's so I can't just say one person.
You can make it a triple threat match or a fatal four way.
No, I can't.
Okay.
I can't. No, it's just there's so many names that pop up in my head, and it's just really hard to like say, oh, this is the one. It's not like with the girls, I could literally tell you my favorites ones of all time are like, for example, China, Lita, the girls that were like, they broke barriers, but like in thinking about men, not putting men down, it's just hard to like just say one because they're all great in their own way.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I get it. We get that. There's so many good male and female wrestlers that like literally it's so hard to say, oh, I want Rey Mysterio versus old school Eddie Guerrero.
I do love one person that's from here. He's kind of new, and I've got to practice with him a couple of times, and he's amazing. And every time I see him, I tell him to his face because I love him. His character is called El Académico, Alfredo Melies. He can make anyone look good. He's talented. He's funny. His character is just great. Like, it resonates with a lot of people because he's sort of like an old soul character, kind of like kind of bring back the old classics from wrestling, even though he's younger generation. He's just great. And if you guys ever get to see one of his matches, and he does the best frog splash. I'm sorry, but like I can't, like, Puerto Rico, that's the best frog splash there is. So you guys ever look him up, you guys are gonna love him.
Yeah. Geek, what's the matter?
I was just about to ask you. It said on your Instagram that you were known as Miss Belize, or on your Instagram. On your Instagram page, it said like something Miss Belize. I'm sorry, I'm so bad with spelling.
I don't know. I'm gonna look it up.
It says it right there. It says the scientist. So how did you come up with all that?
Those are actually three things that I am.
Yeah.
I am a natural sciences major. I majored in biology in college, so that does make me a scientist. The rookie wrestler, because I'm still not, seasoned enough to be called a, full-time good wrestler. Oh, and the model, because I've been modeling since I was 12 years old.
Okay.
So it was kind of like a way to like put the three things that I am in order to create myself, but without actually putting myself out, I'm still being myself in every scenario that I have.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just about to ask you that.
Geek is just researching.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I saw that on Instagram. I'm like, I was just I figured I'd ask you that. You know.
That's okay. I feel the whole purpose I wrote it. I think it gives people curiosity, so it's good that you ask.
Yeah.
Like if you don't ask, then you don't know. And I'm glad that he asks because some people just sometimes we just go into these interviews and like we know what to talk about. Sometimes we don't. But like otherwise, we do this to have fun and we do this to hang out with people we never hung out with before.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
we could
always
hang out if I ever go to the States and you guys are in the same area. We could hang out.
Yeah.
Oh
That'd be cool.
gosh. If we come to Long Island, we'd bring you around. We'd go bring you for. Do you like pizza?
Of course.
I know some people don't. There's some people that don't like pizza, and I'm like,
I know people who don't like chocolate, which is worse.
oh gosh, how dare they?
Literally, I was gonna say the same thing.
How dare they? It's chocolate.
How
What do they
could
get them for
you?
Valentine's Day then? What kind of stuff do they want for Valentine's Day?
Strawberries.
Alfredo Melis.
That's the guy I was telling you. The best frog splash in Puerto Rico.
Oh gosh, everywhere, everybody that's listening to this podcast afterwards is going, that girl just did a mic drop on Eddie Guerrero. Get her.
Oh, no.
I said in Puerto Rico. I specified in Puerto Rico, and just now.
Every wrestling fan is going.
You guys should see him. It's just so like.
Joe, we should try to get him on the podcast. That guy.
Yes.
Spread the word. Tell them. Tell the locker room. Tell the training camp. Say, hey, if you look in your DMs, if you see dudes at ringside, open it and talk to them. They're good people.
Yeah.
I will go to them.
I'm afraid. I don't want them to like that girl to come yelling at us on. Be like you. Oh, it's geek calls me when I'm trying to about work tomorrow. Joe, is someone cursing at us in Spanish? It was a curse, a lot of curse words.
So I was going to show you guys a very funny, embarrassing picture when I started modeling when I was 12, so you guys can laugh at me. It's fine.
Oh,
I promise you guys.
Oh, look at you.
So
No,
my hair, yeah, my hair though. Holy,
that's long hair.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I have no hair, so yeah.
We'll get you a wig. I'll get you one of my blonde wigs. It's perfect.
I'll look great.
I know you'll pull it off. You'll be great. You'll be just fine.
I got the mustache for it too. Before our mod's head explodes. Do you have any pets?
Of course I do. I have four dogs. Their names are Sophie, Alexei, Annabelle Lee, and Damon.
Ah.
I'm gonna look. Let me see if she wants, because she's her own person. Sophie's actually in front of me right now. Let's see if she wants to go on camera. Come here. Come here. Come on, Kennel. Oh, she's just being bitchy today. I'll still show her to you guys.
Oh.
Joel wants to see you in an intergender match.
Oh, Puyi Puyi is great as well. You guys, Puyi's great. Puyi has this gimmick, and he's tagged right now with this guy that's called JC Dex, and they're called El Bello y la Bella.
Okay.
And it's a contrast because Puyi's he's a character that's very flamboyant, and JC Jex, I'm gonna say it in Spanish and then I'm gonna translate it. He's called El Baby de las Nenas.
Okay.
So he's just like literally this whole ladies man thing. He actually I think it was on Sangre Nueva, he appeared, he had like a red robe, very Hugh Hefner.
Okay.
But the robe had pictures of all Puerto Rican like models and wrestlers.
Jeez.
So
he was flamboyant, so he's kind of like, if you remember the wrestler Rico. Do you remember Rico?
I know the name, but I don't think Puyi has like a precedent of any other character. Puyi's just Puyi.
Okay.
Literally.
Okay. All I
Fuji's
can
just
think
like
is it's all I can think is Rico. Every time I
because I
see
think
Rico.
that the closest thing we ever had was Barbie Boy.
Okay.
But I don't think like if you see them like face to face, there's no comparison, to be honest.
So
Because
so what?
Fuji's more on our time.
What were you saying, Geek? Sorry, yes.
No, I you could finish. I'm sorry.
What were you saying, Geek? Then Geek will ask a question.
No, I was just about to ask that. This was what, like if you could give an upcoming wrestler any advice, what advice would you give them? Someone that's starting the
Honestly,
business.
to literally go for any opportunity you guys have that is according to what you believe in, and to treat everyone with respect and always be attentive of what others have opinions of, like what you should improve, because there is a thing called constructive criticism.
Yes,
And
Joe.
then to also look for opportunities outside your comfort zone, but also train hard, be consistent, and people can tell when you really want something.
What were you saying, Geek? Sorry, I'm trying not to.
I said constructive criticism, Joe.
Sometimes I could take it. Sometimes I can't. It's hard.
You
I
really can't take constructive criticism
try to
sometimes.
take.
I tell him something and he gets very mad at me. It's like
Because you're not my boss. That's why I said you're not my boss.
It's like I
You're
say,
you're a married couple. I'm done. You guys are married. I don't want mom and dad fighting. I'm done.
I'm done here. I'm done. That's it.
Fight about.
I'm just gonna hide with my plushie. I'm
You have to
hiding.
be the referee now. There you go.
No, I can't. I can't referee. I'm just gonna cry and leave.
No, I tried.
One of these days, the show is over.
No, Geek. Remember I told you. Remember I told you this, Geek. This show is not ending till I say it ends.
Oh, great! I love this.
The show will not end till I say it ends. This show is never gonna end.
Oh, someone asked. Okay, so the question I saw, what kind of dogs I got? 3. I don't want to say the word mutt because I don't like it. So we call it Puerto Rican Terriers to make it sound fancy.
Puerto Rican Terrier. I'll remember that.
Yeah,
we have a golden doodle.
And I got a golden retriever.
Wow.
You have a pack. You have a puppy pack.
And the other 3 are very much codependent of each other. I wanted to like bring some of them up here sometimes, but they're just too codependent. They start crying if I take one out of the equation. Yeah, someone said something about the Rico comment that Puyi is similar as Rico.
Yeah, he's similar.
Yeah, there's similarities, but to me, like Puyi's more like this era.
Yeah. It's so sad, and like it's sad because Rico, I don't know if you watch WCW, they WCW tried to, like, when they had Rico, they tried to make a guy named Kiwi and make it just like, go look up on YouTube and look up the word Kiwi.
I think I know who you're talking about,
Kiwi
Joe.
was the Rico of WCW. Same feminine stuff with the eyes painted and the blonde hair, but he had thinning blonde hair, and he thought he was like, I'm Kiwi, and like everybody, it was just like, WCW, you guys are just trying to steal wrestlers and change, and like use the same. It was bad. It was so bad. It was so bad. I was like, "Geez, that's nowadays." The GLBT community would have lit up WCW like a Christmas tree for that. Just the way they made him talk, and they made his hands move, and
I just
like,
love the fact that there's more outlet for people from the community to actually be in wrestling, because that used to be like such a big taboo, or just being used as a mockery. And now it's a legitimate, like they can be legitimate characters without disrespecting the community themselves.
Yeah.
Effie's doing big stuff with that promotion. I don't know if you heard, like during WrestleMania weekend when he does the big gay brunch.
I didn't know about that.
GCW, Effie does like a whole like thing, like a whole where people could be themselves. Basically, they don't have to be worried about anything. You know.
Yep. There's a lot of good things. Like we've interviewed like how many transgender wrestlers we interviewed?
A lot.
A lot.
Yeah.
Us here at Dudes at Ringside, we don't discriminate. If you're gay, lesbian, transgendered, bisexual, it doesn't care. We don't care. It's what you see in your heart, and love is love. We don't care.
Exactly.
And if you have a cool story and you're a pro wrestler, come on down.
Even better.
Even better. Stories, you like stories. My boss doesn't like stories. But we like the stories. Well, come on down to Dudes at Ringside. Check your DMs.
do you have any stories or
what sense?
like stories, like funny stories or like serious stories or like from the road?
I mean, I got stories.
Yeah, let's
I mean, I can actually tell you guys the story of how I started in the company.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So there's this Puerto Rican wrestler. Her name is La Rosa Negra, Black Rose. So she goes from time to time to practice where I go training, and then he told me, "Hey, I think there's a spot for you. Like, I would love to like let me see if I can do something about it." So the thing is, this was like on September, October-ish, right? And weeks pass by, and it's fine. Like people don't get usually like a first hands-on answer, and that's okay. Then there was this practice where I actually looked like hell, which I did, because who wears makeup during practice? Clearly, I don't. I don't even brush my hair. Why would I do that? And one of the talent managers of the promotion that I'm at, he goes up to me. I'm gonna look for the exact picture because I like it was just how this is exactly how he did it. He's on my Instagram, and he goes like, I almost have a picture. Got it. Is this you? Mind you, I look like hell. And I look at him, yeah, with soap and water. But yeah, that's me. So he tells me, hey, so they talked to us about you. We want you to go. We want you to like go to the event and do the interviews there. And I'm like, okay. And they tell me about, hey, they were telling me like to like create like a name for myself, like like a pseudonym. If you say like a. So the thing is, I find out that I'm doing the meet and greet there, which is you get the opportunity to like meet the wrestlers before the event, so you get autograph signing and pictures included for like a full price. Like you get a ringside seat and meet and greet for like I don't know, I think it's $50. We do like for events. So they tell me, oh, so you're gonna be hosting the meet and greet. And they were telling me all the name. The thing is, I didn't quite get the chance to tell the person who was presenting me the name. So they go up and say, oh, and here with you guys, it is Nahir Robles. And then I stayed as Nahir Robles forever, which is my real name. And it will always be my name. But to me, it's funny because I at first I didn't think it fit. But then it just people caught on to it really quick, and they associate my name with the phrase "hola hola," which is something. So yeah.
When you write your autographs, you should write "hola hola."
I do.
Oh, you do? Okay.
I do. Yeah. So on the last event that was last week, it was called Cima de Campeones, which is where we crowned the first Latin American Wrestling Entertainment Champion, World Heavyweight Champion. I'm like I said, to me it's I don't like feeling like I'm in the spotlight because I'm not. I'm there to like put these other people over. That's my job. So I'm there presenting the first time I finalist during the meet and greet, right? And to my surprise, one of the fans goes, "Hey, can I have your autograph?" And I'm like, "But why? You're here to see the semi-finalists." And they're like, "But I want an autograph." And I'm like, "Okay." just been like a surreal ride to me since November 20. Like November 20 changed my life, which was our first event, which was called Origen.
Okay.
What would you say the coolest thing a fan has ever done for you is?
Right now, I know one. I think it was really sweet, and so I think it was during the second event. A fan wrote to me, that they went like they. I felt really bad because it was really hard, like getting to see them and take the picture. But one of the fans, so just so you know, Puerto Rico has 78 municipalities, and sometimes rides can be as long as like 2 hours.
Mm.
So I knew for a fact that the person did like a really long ride, and they were like, "Hey, I know I'm going out of my way, but I really like to meet you and take a picture with you." And I actually did, like, I told them, "Hey, I'm gonna be like at this area as soon as the event finishes." And the person didn't get the message until he almost left. So he was with his friends, and he made his friends drive back to like the stadium just to take a picture. And I remember the picture is actually just me in the parking lot with the fan, like, "Hey."
Yeah.
But he got the picture. So going out of your way to get a picture, it was just. And but you say a fan, but I like to think my mom's my biggest fan. I say this because my mom made this huge like cardboard, and she brings it to every event.
Oh gosh.
And my mom's a troll, okay? My mom is the like MJF's mom has a run for her money. My mom wrote on my card, like on my board, "When are you gonna do the OnlyFans, Nahir?"
Oh my god. Oh no.
My mom is the biggest troll.
Oh
Oh, jeez.
jeez. Yeah, that OnlyFans gets you in trouble.
And it's my mom. Like my mom really, I think she was watching a lot of the Kardashians, and she wants to be Kris Jenner. Because man, that woman is working hard for her money.
Yup.
Every time she passes through it, one of the wrestlers actually bugged me and say, "Yeah, Naid, when are you gonna do the OnlyFans?" And I'm like, "Screw you guys."
Ew. You're nasty. Ew. What's the word in Spanish? How do you say nasty in Spanish?
Asqueroso.
Yeah.
Speaking of MJF, what is your opinion on? Do you think the whole thing with him leaving AEW is a work, or do you think it's legit?
I think with the way things are going, like there's a lot of it could go both ways because when you're not happy with something, back then you couldn't like speak your mind because of contract, but now they've shown from time to time that when they're not happy they leave. That could be scenario, but this is a person that is one of the originals and has always been on title picture or one of the biggest matches.
Mm-hmm.
So to think that he's not happy like entirely, it's frustrating. But I think it could be a work because he's a heel. He's supposed to be hated.
Yeah.
And he does a great job of being hated.
I thought this. I was watching Double or Nothing right before we went on the air. He was soaking the whole heel thing in. As soon as he got right towards the, it's like the fans just started saying, "You showed up, you showed up, you showed up," and then him just doing the airplane sign like this. Just soaking it all in was just great to see.
He was just so happy.
Yeah, and not only that, I don't know. I feel this whole thing is a work. I just think he's doing it just to work the crowd, to work everything. I don't think he's leaving. Joe thinks. I had a discussion with Joe right before we went on the air. Joe thinks that he's going WWE. I'm like, I have
a weird feeling. I think him and the Miz would be a very good team, or would be a very good rivalry.
It could go both ways, and I think he'd be I love them to start off as rivals and then ended up being tag teams because it's gonna be like just a mirror of each other.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's like
Missing him doing this.
Yes.
Look! Oh my God! Look at this! And then Maurice doesn't know who to run to. Maurice, Vidi, come here, Maurice. And she's
She's
like,
just gonna be so confused.
she just runs out of the ring. I don't know what to do.
what would they call that tag team though?
What?
What would they call that
What would
tag
they
team?
call their
If
tag
Miz and Miz and MJF tag
Pretty,
team.
I would say like Pretty Rich Boys or something like that. Something like that.
I mean, that could work.
He's something.
I was
He's
gonna,
better.
I was thinking, but it's kind of like it would be kind of like a hit because there was Eminem, that was Melina, Nitro, and
Oh, Eminem, yeah.
yeah, but because it's Maurice, MJF, and Miz, you could be the Triple M.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I never thought about that. I was thinking their tagline would be like something like they're more awesome than you, and you know it, or something like that.
It could work.
Something like that.
We'll bring
They're
back,
awesome than you and you know it.
we'll bring back a cool tag team name that like everybody knew and hated but loved at the same time from the 90s. Money Incorporated.
Oh.
Yeah, you got Hollywood and you got the spoiled.
Yeah.
I mean, and Miz has Hollywood, credibility now.
Yeah. Money Incorporated, because MJF's rich and Miz is the Hollywood, so it'd be Money Incorporated.
Yeah. I don't know how anyone in a promo hasn't come up with the fact that he got eliminated by JoJo Siwa and Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah,
I would have thrown that in a promo like a long time ago.
Hey, you got eliminated by the most annoying little girl in the world.
It's right there.
Joe, you got eliminated by the loudest little girl that's ever.
You got eliminated by a girl who wore a bow until she was 18.
Yeah.
Wrestling fans can be so harsh because towards the end of that match, this after MJF got like powerbombed like 10 times, and then people just started chanting, "You deserve it." And as he's on the structure, the fans are chanting, "You deserve it!" Clap, clap, clap. An asshole.
That's what I would do to Geek. I'd powerbomb him, and then
10 times, Joe. 10 times, right?
You would powerbomb him 10 times?
I don't know. I'm stronger than Geek. I don't know. I think Geek couldn't lift me up. He like, I don't know. He would try. He says he's strong, but I believe that for like.
So that should be like for your anniversary on the podcast, like a wrestling match between you guys.
Oh, here we go, Geek. When I come to Long Island,
who's gonna train us though for that match?
We'll have to go to Long Island and have.
We'd have to go to somebody. Someone's gonna have to train us for that match, right? Yeah. Right.
I guess
then we could do the infamous bar that we've been like talking about.
Yeah, we never got a chance to talk about that on the podcast. Let's talk about. We have this thing we've been talking about for weeks on the Instagram. Like, let's talk about the bar we've been talking about, the Dream Bar.
We have to like, copyright this shit because they're gonna steal it from us.
Yes.
Well, how about we don't talk about it on Instagram because people are actually watching it right now, so it's like that's not really a very good idea because somebody.
But like, wouldn't it be cool?
We have an idea for a bar, and we're not gonna tell you about it until we finally have it done.
Yeah,
and it's gonna be so good. You guys are gonna be there every weekend, getting drunk
every Sunday for a pay-per-view, like
body slams.
Like body slam, so much fun. You'll be like crying because you'll be so happy. And you take a trip to Puerto Rico and go to the bar and go watch a wrestling event in the bar.
And you're still talking about it after we said shh.
Hey, we're not saying how the bar's gonna be like.
Yeah, we didn't tell you what it's gonna look like inside, Geek. Jeez, see how mean he is.
We just have.
Well, all on the heel of the podcast, so there you go.
See.
Yeah, who's the heel between you? No, yeah, you're the heel, aren't you?
That
you're the
damn
heel.
geek.
It's the heel.
It's that damn
I was like, this side. You're the heel.
Yes, and sometimes I'm Roman Reigns. I'm a tweener.
No, you're just here. Acknowledge me.
Acknowledge me.
Boom.
That's anytime like someone messages us back on the Instagram and I don't hear from her a while, and then I see the phone shake, and then I go, acknowledge me. Yeah.
That and we Ember Moon made her debut on AEW tonight.
Oh, I love her.
How do you feel about that making her debut?
I'm sorry, what?
Well, how do you feel about her making her debut in AEW tonight? What do you feel?
She's great and she brings a lot to the table. Oh, the dancing. Okay. wait, how do you guys do it? Because I would go like this. You guys
I do
go
this.
like this?
I do the arm wiggle. I go.
I just do the wave like.
Okay. Okay, fine. I'll just fine.
I hear the
Yeah.
I hear the Bad Bunny song in my head.
Oh, that new CD is fire. I love, but I guess it's a great CD, and the way he advertised it was great.
And it's funny that came up. The reason why I chose that song for you today is because it came up under trending songs on Instagram under where our likes off. It says Bad Bunny, but I was like, I'm gonna use
He's an icon. He's a wrestling icon at this point.
That's a hint. I think Instagram knows we do wrestling now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think they know.
right there.
It's like, yep, it's a wrestling podcast. There you go.
Even though they try to flag, I get the emails when Instagram thinks the song's doesn't belong to them. It's happened to us like 4 or 5 times. Yeah, I use songs for that on Instagram on the reels. I don't know if you know what Instagram Reel is. They have like the music, and the music's connected to them. And I love the video. I feel really good about it. I go to see one by my email, and I go, "Thanks a lot, Instagram."
I'm trying to get the dog to come here. That's why but she's very difficult.
What's your go-to before a match? You'd say, like, what's your warm up before a match? Like,
so
music, what are
cardio
warm ups like?
I started jumping. Like but I also take so this goes back to when I was in high school. I used to be on the forensics team. So speeches, whatever. So I still get a little bit nervous when it comes to public nowadays. So I used to get this thing that was called agua de sal. It's some weird water. It tastes like garbage. It's horrible. It tastes like it's sad, but it suits me. So even though it tastes terrible, it helps me calm down my nerves while jumping. It just works that way.
Mm. Okay.
And the other go-to thing is I listen to just about anything like song-wise, but depending on like my mood before a match, I would just go to like I love early 2000 songs. I'm a sucker for them.
Mm.
So I have this playlist with like early 2000 songs, and I also have this playlist with Taylor Swift songs because I am a living contradiction. Sorry, not sorry. And those are the kind of things I listen to before like a big thing, or for example, when I'm about to do an interview, I just go like the water, the jumping, and the song. It's like a horrible combo, but it works.
All right.
Oh, my dog is she's mad because I'm not giving her attention, so I'm gonna show her to you guys again because she loves attention.
All right.
Hello, Papa.
Hello.
Hello.
She's judging me.
She was live on the internet and she doesn't even know it.
She's just judging me. You do not like that look. It's the most judgmental look I've seen. And I give judgmental looks. I think she got them from me.
She's like, Mom, what are you doing?
Literally, that's
she just did this thing to you. She's like, really? Right, Geek? She's like, really? Mm-hmm. See? Floof's at ringside. Yes, it's happening.
Yeah. I mean,
that's
wow, she really doesn't not want me to hug her. Why are you so mean to me today?
See? Everybody knows. Mean to me.
Joe's always mean.
Joe's always mean.
Yes, Joe's a mean guy.
Yeah,
I told you we got to sell this.
I'll take your word for it. I don't think that's true, but I'll take your word for it.
I'm a sweetheart geek. I'll go Ric Flair. See, I even have a brass knuckle ready to go. See?
I thought you were gonna make a 5 marriages joke, though.
Oh no. I try not. I try to be nice to this guy, but like he gets all like mad.
No, because you said the Ric Flair comparison. I was like, do you have 5 marriages?
Yeah, I have so many.
Yeah, so many. All right.
Oh, she's still staring at herself in the mirror. I'll never understand this dog.
What's up, geek?
No, I was just gonna say, do you have any upcoming shows or?
So we have on June 11th, the TV tapings of Adrenalina en Vivo that are going to be in Humacao. That's like an hour from where I live because I am from the capital city. I am from San Juan, born and raised. And then the next month, on July 16th, there is this thing that's never been done here that's going to be called the Law Summerfest. So it's going to be like literally like a wrestling Summerfest. Like there's they're going to do like interviews and wrestling events. It's just going to be crazy. And hopefully there's going to be more to know about it because I don't know exactly what we're going to show there. But I do know that the last event we finally presented to the crowd the women's championship and the tag team championship. So hopefully we're gonna have tournaments for those two soon enough, and that's gonna be great. And I'm excited. And because I don't know if I told you guys I haven't. You guys know who our current first champion, like heavyweight champion is?
No.
Well, he's actually from AEW.
Oh. Who is it?
Santana.
Oh wow!
What was it?
Santana.
Santana. Wow, as in Santana Ortiz, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, that's awesome. Yeah.
Is that the belt that you had in your hand that day? The blue one?
I had the women's championship.
Women's? Okay. I was like, what belt is that?
Because they were presenting the tag team, the women's championship, and the guy in the middle had the heavyweight championship.
That's
was
awesome.
It heavy? Was the belt really heavy and stuff?
Yes. I could do bicep curls with it. It was so heavy.
Oh, jeez. You got to think about these people are really strong, really heavy. Like they're big people.
Santana and Ortiz need to win the titles, the tag titles.
They're great, and they actually fought on February 19th. They had a tag team match against La Rebelión. Mecha Wolf and Bestia 666. So we had Adam Powerful, Santana and Ortiz versus La Rebelión. It was also a great, it was a banger match. It was great.
Yeah. Gotta check that one out, you know?
Yes, definitely got to check out her promotion. If do you guys have a YouTube channel by chance?
We have the YouTube channel, but not all the matches are there. But we have this streaming service that's called LAWE ondemand.com, where people pay $8 a month and they get all the shows plus interviews and other things they want to do coming soon. They still haven't give much of the details, but it's something that they've tried to come together really great. I don't know exactly what they're planning, but I think it's gonna give the vibe of a whole networking. You get all in one. You got the shows, you got interviews, you got I don't know, documentaries. I guess there's just gonna be a lot of things there soon.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you have any social medias where people could find you?
My Instagram is at Rizos RIZOSYE Sarcasmos SARCASMOS. I stuck there for a while.
Right.
So what that means, it literally means curls and sarcasm.
Jeez.
That's what my Instagram at means.
Jeez.
Oh gosh.
Well, thank you so much. What you got some more, Joe?
Oh, no, I was about to say I was gonna cue it over to you like I usually do.
I love how the marriage is turning back to normal. I love it.
Yeah.
Wait, it's pointing this way. It's pointing that way.
Wait, here. Espérate. Yeah.
I always gotta remember like when I'm looking
It's where everything's reversed. Everything's reversed.
Yeah, so I was doing this. I was doing this because in this scenario you're here, but like the camera
And
was
all the fans
opposite.
are saying, "What you guys doing?"
All right. Let's end this on a high, geek. I'm Joe Panther the Third.
I'm the Metal Geek.
And I am Nahir Robles.
And we will catch you in the next one.